Hi guys, it's time to test another lens on its sweet spot, and this time we have the 70-200 2.8 from Sigma. Yes, everybody needs a 70-200 2.8. If you are seriously into photography, you can't not have a 70-200 2.8. Anyway, this is a very affordable model. You can, I remember 830 bucks for it. It's the version without image stabilization. It's the Sigma APO DG Macro HSM 70-200 2.8. So what we want to know is where is the sweet spot of this little rocker. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look at it. I started out with at 70 millimeters, and the first image is at 2.8, and when I have a close look, I personally find it quite crisp. So now it's better if you have you watch this in full HD on a full HD monitor. So when I zoom into 100% here, you see 1 pixel of your monitor is representing 1 pixel of the image. But keep in mind that, of course, YouTube video, there will be there can be some issues. And okay, so at 2.8, when I look at it at 200%, I have focused here on the right eye of the dog. It's a quite okay. So 4.0, you see it's quite crisper. It's a bit crisper, and when we go to 5.6, it's even better. Compared to the 1750 that we had in our last video, you will agree with me that the 70-200 2.8 is not as good. So it's not that sharp. Even at f11, it's not that convincing compared to the 70-50 2.8. What's per definition the better glass. So let's have a look at the next range. We had shot them at 135 millimeter, starting out with 2.8. Let's have a look here at 100%. I find it, in fact, quite soft. And at at f4, you get it sharper, but it still has a bit of softness. I have to say that I did use flash for all the images, and the camera was mounted on a tripod. You see at 5.6 that it's quite sharper, so I could state now that the sweet spot is not at 4.0 as I would have expected. It's really starts getting sharp at 5.6. Let's have a look at the f8. It's better, much better. f11, I didn't go any further than f11 because the scope of this video. I found it at f8 the best. Started getting crisp at 5.6. So let's have a look at 200 millimeters, where we started out at 2.8, and then go to a 100% view. There is still a certain softness, and when we go to f4, you see, like I expected here, it's getting sharper, and it wouldn't surprise me if this trend is continue at 5.6. Yeah, and we can state, seeing this here, f8, we can state that the sweet spot of this lens is at f8, and it starts getting crisp, really crisp, at f5.6. 5.6. What makes it a little bit disappointing? It's overall a very, very good lens, and of course you have to take into consideration here how large are you going to print. Are you just like me, a very critical, and do you look at all your images at one by one, so at 100%? I do, and yeah, I have to say there were no sharpening added to the images. That's just like they came out of the camera. But these are the moments where you see that there is a reason for the fact that the Canon version of the 70-200 2.8, then with the image stabilization, costs three times, nearly, yeah, it's 3 times the amount of money what you pay for this Sigma lens. It starts here in the Netherlands at 2,300 euro, and you get a lot of bang for the bucks. So this will be one of the next lenses I'm going to test out here, looking for the sweet spot, and I'm already convinced that this will be a rocker. So thanks for watching, have a great day ahead, and happy shooting. Goodbye.